Hi, greetings, and good morning, good afternoon, good evening. My name is Austin Augustine, and as always, I'm here to give us a summary of yesterday's mass adoption meeting. So, welcome to the Simply Brilliant community, and our community is born out of the fact that we want to create balance across the entire world. The world is out of balance, and our creator is counting on us to see how we can maintain this balance or regain balance because obviously it's out of balance. And the Simply Brilliant community has come out and we are on a quest to make that a reality. So if you are tuning into my broadcast, you are going to get all information that pertains to the Simply Brilliant community. Um, in this organization, I represent the Nigerian ambassador, and I'm also one of the members in the Simply Brilliant community as a Privy Council member. So I'm privy to have a good number of informations from the powers that be. And the powers that be is the administration. The administration interacts with us usually on Mondays and on Wednesday in our mass adoption meetings. It usually holds by 4 p.m. West African time. And I implore each and every one of you that are listening or will listen over time to join us because it's a worthy quest. It's a quest to save humanity. And you have to take responsibility to make this happen. Our Creator wants to return to us our birthrights. Our birthright has been stolen for a very long time. Over 2,000 years ago, the elites subverted and then took advantage of humanity and has been in control for a very long time. But guess what? That everything in life has its expiry dates. Their expiry date has come. And the Simply Brilliant community are now going to take power and then return it back to humanity. And then how are we going to go about that? We are going to build an economy based on 1.1 billion members that are active. They would span from every nooks and crannies of this world. They will come from different countries. They'll come from the Asian. They'll come from Africa. They will come from the American. All the continents of the world. They would come from there, and they have to stand the test of time. Literally, what we are doing is we are mining gold, and we are looking for 1 billion grains of gold from across the world. Now, gold is symbolic. Humanity are the real gold, not the rocks, not the piles of rocks that we refer to as physical gold. Human beings are the real gold, and they are scarce. To find gold is not easy to come across. The bulk of the gold that we see in the world is domiciled in Africa. Are you aware? So it's also very, very, very synonymous to see that the bulk of the people in this community are Africans, and we hope that they will continue to be Africans. So there is what you call a subverting of our birthrights. And Africa happens to be one of the richest continents in the world, but they've been subdued. And it happens that we are the poorest because it was an artificially set up system. And a good number of people know about this, but they don't know how to change it. The administration came up with a plan to see how things can be balanced. By the time we have built out 1.1 billion active members, you would have seen that humanity has returned to a state where everything is balanced. And every continent of the world will be able to express their God given plan, their God given rights. Yeah, if you are a producing country like Asia, the likes of China and all that, you can continue with that. But there is going to be a complementary relationship between countries of the world. And I dare to say that the Simply Brilliant community will play a major role in making that happen. So if you are here or you would come into our community, I want you to know that it's a noble cause to join. And as long as you are determined, you can make it a reality. You are the one that determines whether you succeed or not, whether you fail or not. You are the one to determine it. Yeah, we also have a spiritual part of it, which is our creator. Our creator can support us as long as you have the will. If you don't have the will, then I do not know whether you'll be able to succeed. So many people are afraid of even giving it a chance. And as every passing day goes by, a good number of us are one step closer to fulfilling our purpose in life. For instance, myself, all of my purpose in life is enshrined inside of the Simply Brilliant community. As I advance in life and the community grows, I continue to discover my purpose and I'll explore it. I will utilize it to help humanity. My purpose, my sole existence is to see that humanity lives a better life. And I will do everything in my capacity to see that it becomes a reality. You as well, if you are a member, that's also why you are here. We are here to see that humanity is not drowned into a state of misery or a state of poverty. So I just want you to take note of this. And now let's move into the main content of today. It's the mass adoption meeting. Yesterday's mass adoption meeting was still anchored by Chief Justice of the Simply Brilliant community in the person of Bay Derrick. Bay Derrick was the one that anchored it, and the administration is also always the one that gives us the 1 hour monologue, and then the 1 hour dialogue is where people do question and answer. Unfortunately, yesterday the administration even began by saying he wanted to end the meeting because he had a whole lot of toothache, and it was affecting him. It caused his blood pressure to go up, and he had to actually manage the situation. He understands that human beings are really wonderful. We human beings were the most wonderful creatures God gave. And we can ask questions that are flimsy. We can ask thought provoking questions. And that could cause the administration to get offended. So, to avoid such, he had to mute everyone so that no one will have the opportunity to ask their questions. And he did a good job by explaining in details everything that we needed to know. And of course, that's why I'm here, to give us a highlight, to give us a summary, to give us a quick perusal of everything he talked about in yesterday's mass adoption meeting. So do stay with me while I share my screen and then go into details. So I will begin with our Kringle Cash. That's where I'll begin. All right. There were two things the administration talked about yesterday. So I think I should begin with that first. Now, I want to first of all talk about this, although this is not the first thing he talked about. But then, it's not going to be step by step. I'm going to make a summary, so I won't follow the direct order. But by the end of the meeting, you should get an idea of what was talked about yesterday. I want to first of all begin by talking about my last broadcast. My last broadcast, I was seriously distressed. You know why I was seriously distressed? The reason is because of three things. First of all, a good number of unscrupulous members in the community, I don't know whether to call them unscrupulous or uninformed or willfully ignorant, whichever, we're really making a mess of Joy G. And we're coming to the end of the month. I was seriously stressed. I was really bothered. Like, if the administration goes about bounty, what happens to Joy G? Will it really recover? That was one of it. And a whole number of other people were expressing their concerns. And like the administration also said yesterday, if you think that the community will succeed, you're right. Okay, this was Bay Derrick. He was trying to express himself and was talking about some people asking him some questions as regards the fate of the community. So his response was that if you think the community will succeed, you're right. If you think it will fail, you are right. And then the administration said that we are all small, independent universes. Whatever you allow in your universe actually becomes. If you think that the community will fail, then you fall out. It's obviously how it works. But if you believe the community will succeed, then it will succeed. The community is bringing together different universes to reason alike, to come together and make the world a better place. The sole originator of this project has his universe, and in his universe, there is no poverty. or should I say, he sees that poverty can be ended in his universe. He now wants to come together with like minds from this universe, from our planet Earth. I mean, come together to make sure that that reality becomes. And I happen to be one of those that has agreed with him to see that poverty is man-made. Obviously, it's man-made, but then no one has taken that initiative to see that at least it is brought to nothingness. And the level of poverty-stricken people that will exist in our generation are those that are unwilling to unlearn what they've already learned, because we've learned a whole lot of, well, I refer to it as BS over time. But now we are going to learn a new kind of reality. And that reality can only manifest when a number of people come together collectively in their universe to see that it happens. Okay, so this was my concern, that the price really went down. You know, I was really, really concerned about it. And I had to express my mind. In the previous broadcast I gave, it was kind of a distressed broadcast. But as at now, I mean, I'm quite elated after I listened to the administration yesterday. Now, the first of all, the administration said that if you can see, the price is really now coming up. It really went down and it has recovered and is still recovering. The administration said that the first thing we should know is that his intentions are pure, his intents are sincere. And then for him to achieve his intents, that it's not going to come on a platter of gold, it's going to be very, very challenging. And then being the originator of this intent, or originator of this um, goal of ending poverty and creating balance in the world, that he has to deal with a lot of decisions. And sometimes he may have to sacrifice the few for the majority. And that as at now, there is a very big challenge in the community. And a good number of people are going about expressing their negative minds as regards the challenge. It's not something that is hidden, it's obvious. We've already known it. The first one is that the exchange blew up on our faces sometime last year. And ever since then, it hasn't recovered. And it will not recover until we have built ourselves formidable enough to launch it so that we can continue in our gold backed economy. And the staking also happened. Now, a number of people are really offended with the administration as regards the staking. Quite a good number of people. And since the administration will also watch this video, it's also necessary that he knows the offense of the community and also make necessary plans, because I know that the administration will satisfy the desires of everyone over time. But then it's up to us to exercise patience to see that it happens. Their offense was that in one of the mass adoption meetings, the administration came out and said that if you put in the money as little as $10, you can withdraw the money any given time of the month. But then if you withdraw it before 30 days, your account will not add 10%. And that you can put between $10 to $1,000, you know. And a good number of people put in their money. And the obvious plan is after 30 days, they can withdraw it. This was done as early as January of this year. And I'm also part of those that took part in it. And then when it was time, they stopped seeing the value of their Joy G appreciate, and they could not also withdraw their Joy G. Even when the administration came out, pump and plain, and said you can get it anytime you want. According to them, their concern was that this is a shady organization that doesn't keep to their words. Now, this is their concern, and in their universe, their concern is valid, sincerely speaking. But now, someone who is pragmatic, someone who is very objective in his or her reasoning, should understand what the administration is doing. It's a people-based economy. And the truth is that for the economy to succeed, it has to come with fundings. And the fundings are locked up in the system. We have to get the fundings when we have built our momentum by growing our numbers to a substantial level. So it came to the point the administration was to make a choice. Do I sacrifice the community and then there will be no more TBC or SBC? Or I have the option of holding their funds until when I think the community has built her momentum and built enough liquidity such that the funds can be refunded back to them. So he had that choice to make, and he made the choice of holding the funds until the community grows to a reasonable level. Then he can refund the money to the members in the community. And it was a tough decision to make, but he had to make it. And I'm affected. In fact, I'm affected in every area, but I shouldn't go about pity party. In as much as I'm expressing it, it does not mean I am expressing it for negativity purpose. No. But I want you guys to know that everybody has one challenge or the other in life. Life alone, comes with a whole lot of challenges. As you are listening to me, you have one problem that you are trying to sort, which is not associated to the Simply Brilliant community. And you have to sort it out. And when you are through with that, some other problem comes up. So life is filled with challenges. You have to deal with it. But you also have to have a positive mindset to every challenge. And that's the mind I want each and every one of us to develop, to have. And your creator is also aware that this was going to happen. But it doesn't mean that that's how it's always going to be. The feedback the admin gave us yesterday is that he intends to see that the community, raises humanity out of the morass of poverty within the shortest possible time, not 10 years. In fact, not even 8 years. He wants it as fast as possible. And that is the reason why he set up builders. Builders are the ones to build up their way, build up the community into that state of abundance. And I also want you to know that if you are going to be a builder, it's going to be more or less like a job opportunity. And in every job opportunity, there are benefits that comes with it. And for this organization, the benefit is the $5. I want you guys to know that this $5 the administration is giving has a whole lot of, hidden benefits inside of it, which the builders will benefit as the community grows. It has already been established that this month of July we are entering into, you must have 2 to get $5. Now, I don't know what will happen in the month of August. The administration does not reveal his intention, and he makes his decision based on the community's reaction to what he puts on the blog and the updates he gives us in the mass adoption meeting. He may, in fact, I wouldn't say he will make a very good plan for us builders in the month of August. And every consequent month is going to get juicier, and it's going to become so much interesting that it becomes an opportunity. I see the builders job opportunity as an opportunity that humanity will embrace between now and the end of this year and even into next year. And the more builders come into the community, the more the price of Joy G goes up. And it will become so obvious that by the middle of next year, I don't think there will be any coin existing in the market that will be able to rival Joy G. Why? Because we are going to have so many builders. We are going to have over 5,000 builders, over 10,000 builders, over 20,000 builders, 50,000 builders, and their simple requirement is to bring in 2 each. It's going to be a very simple thing. Now, let's look into banking systems. In the banking system, there are marketers, right? Yeah. Now, those marketers, the banks empower them, and then the banks IDs them with the identity of the bank. And of course, you know what the identity of the banks are. And they give them a good car, they give them all they are supposed to have so that they can meet people of consequence and invite them to have an account in their bank. And at the end of the month, depending on how many people they're able to invite to come and bank with them, they have incentives and they also have salary. It's the same thing the administration is doing. The builders are going to be giving incentives. That's the $5. And then they are supposed to use it to invite members to the community with the knowledge that those members should also try to build. Now, I have to be very sincere. Not everybody will be builders. But then there is room for modification. If you are not a builder and you choose to be an investor, take responsibility. The admin is not fighting the investors. but he's telling the investors to be patient. They would come after the builders have benefited. So if you are going out, the admin's mind is go out and bring in builders. But human beings are also wonderful. You can go out to bring in builders, right? And after going out to bring in builders, the builders will change overnight and say, "Well, man, I don't have the strength to recruit." There is a lot of things, a lot of uncertainties that the builders will see, but the builders should be ready to embrace it with good faith. If you don't do that, then you're not a builder. A builder should be ready to be flexible, to accept whatever thing that comes his or her way. That's how builders should be designed. But then go out and bring in people. That's really what matters. As long as you're able to go out and bring in people, be sure that the incentives will be there for you. And at the end of the month, you would receive your bounty. Your bounty is the reward for bringing in the number of people. And let me also make you understand that every blessed month that goes, 2 is the month of June, July 4, August 6, September 8, October 10, November 12, December 14. Now, by the end of this year, you'll be having 14 new downlines. So you are going to be having bounty 14, and it doesn't end there. In the month of January 1st, 2024, you would also continue. So you will get rich gradually because your bounty will grow. Your bounty will get to, at some point, $500 per day. At some point, it will get to $1,000, sorry, per month, not per day. At some point, it will get to $2,000 per month because the responsibility to keep building will be there. I also want you to understand that if you are consistent and we are able to build the community to 1 million members in the year of 2023, the administration will also release our equal match to us. Also remember that in the month of June, you are going to have double. Before the end of this month, based on what the administration said in yesterday's mass adoption meeting, we should have double of it. I believe the support team are finalizing whatever they have to finalize, so that you can get double of it. And by December, the core team and the backup team will also get another double. So that's triple match, quadruple pay. All these are benefits that the community will enjoy, core team and backup team. The administration also said, if you fall off the core team or the backup team, you won't have the opportunity to come back to it again. If you fall off the core team or the backup team, you won't have the opportunity to get back to it again. And that's final. So my advice is, from his own point of view, he said, hold it like you're holding on to life. And that if you fall off from it, you've lost a whole lot of things. So it's not enough to just hold on. Try to build. The incentives are in the building process. There are a lot of hidden benefits that you and I may not know yet. But by the time we get to the month of August, September, you will see the administration will make it so lucrative that people will soon start scrambling to become builders in the community. And builders should beget builders. We are still at the very early stage. And this is what will cause the community to grow fast. And in a matter of 1 year from now, we should have built to over 10 million active members, because our goal is to bring in builders. At the initial phase, we may be faced with the challenge of getting the right set of builders, but we will get the builders, and the builders will duplicate. And the administration also has this plan that the builders will be supported as much as possible so that their downlines don't fall off. And that's the $5 daily plan. So I'm not the admin. I don't know it all. But one thing I want you to know is, if you are a builder, you will benefit the most in this community. You will be put at the very forefront. You are the forefront soldiers, and you'll be rewarded most abundantly. So I implore you to become a builder. So I've said a whole lot, okay? And these are all elements of what the administration talked about yesterday. He said his goal for this community is a good one, is a pure one, and that he has been as transparent as possible. So let me now stop sharing my screen and go to our BSC Scam page so that we can look into it together. So I go to the BSC Scam page. Now, in the BSC scan page, that's this one. If you look at this is the 1 billion wallet. And this is also 111 million. Now, there was a whole lot of, explanations that were made yesterday. But the bottom line is this is the admin's wallet. And then this is PancakeSwap. And then this is the coin that the administration uses to distribute coins to us. That is the $5 thing. And the original plan is it leaves this wallet into all the builders' wallets. And you don't sell, you leave it there, allow it to accumulate, and then use it to support your downlines by paying for them when they give you cash. That's the system. And you should not add, you should not remove, just leave it there. And then when you do so, you pay into the admin wallet. And then the wallet accumulates to a reasonable level. And when it accumulates to a reasonable level, then the administration releases some of it into this account. And then this account funds all the builders. And when it gets to a point where the admin's wallet is really going down fast because the number of builders are growing, what the administration will do is to collect some from here to add to what he already has. So that means there will be more coins in circulation. But there should be balance, because if it happens too fast, the price of JOY-G will go down. Now, this is the indicator. This is the speedometer, 49. For us to enjoy 4,500, this price should get to at least 25. It should get to at least 20. It should get to at least 19. And as long as it reduces, the price of JOY-G will go up. This is the speedometer. This is the indicator. This is the reason why the administration is not in a haste to exist in the coin market, because we are not of the coin market. Even though we are in the coin market, we are in the market, we are not of the coin market. The coin market is an easy way for the elites to control. And we are a community-based system. We are people-oriented. Therefore, our coin exists in the market. It's accessible. You can swap it to any currency of your choosing, but it does not conform to the system that the elite has created. The elite created the commodity market. They created the forex market. They created all the markets you see around us. They also created the coin market so that they have surveillance over everything. But we are a kind of revolt system, not revolt per se, but a lawful system that is of God. And then every other system we see are stifling humanity, parasiting on humanity, to say that they can take off everything from humanity and then leave humanity bare. So when admin came to this place yesterday, the admin said, if you look at the number of people that have coins, that they are not much. Now, this coin belongs to the administration. It was one of the coins that he was using to give us, I think, $3 until, he was giving it to all of us from our March wallet. But you know how we are. We are really wonderful. And after the administration had warned us, we refused to listen. We did what we liked. And the administration said, if I allow this happen, man, JOY-G is sorry. So that was suspended. And this is still the wallet. I don't think anything has happened to it yet. So I don't think anything will happen, because this is under the jurisdiction of the administration and his support team, if you ask me. Now, look at the number of coins, the whales in the system as at now, per se. It's 1, count with me, 1, count with me, 2, 3, and then 4, and then 5, and then 6, and then 7, and then 8, okay, and then 9, and then 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. These are the ones that have at least 1 coin, okay, and that's fine. But then the admin said that they've been really consistent for some time, and then when you come down, you see that all these ones don't have so much coins. And then when you move over to the next page, you see that the coins are really little. The administration emphasized that the 7-day suspension will remain. And it is not to punish, it is to let people know that our coins is not for trading, and that anything that the system gives you, it is for the payment of the subscription fee. And that if it was the administration, he was saying that if I was really taking money from the system, that everything is so transparent that you can always go to his wallet and investigate it by yourself. If he was really using it to do whatsoever, you will see. But really, he has been hodling for a while. And this shows that he is not the one doing anything wrong, and that it's been the people. And the people that are in question are not the people that are the builders. Rather, they are the people that their wallets are not registered in the builders program. And that these people you are seeing majorly in this front page. And that the administration said he has no control over this, but that the fastest way to combat it is what he has just initiated, which is the builders program, where every month you add 2. And as long as you do so, and then those your 2 or your 4 duplicates, that it will create a countermeasure so that when they decide to sell, the number of builders building will counter it fast by paying of subscription fee, until all these people will not have enough to buy a full coin again. Why? How? Simple. The price of JoyG keeps going up. At some point, it will get to $5,000. At some point, it gets to $10,000. And any of these ones who do not have the ability to hodl long term, you'll find out that when they sell, they won't have enough money to buy back, because the price could go up by 2 or 3 coins in a day. And you know what it means to go up by 2 or 3 coins. For instance, the price of JoyG now is about $900. It could get to $1,800 today if people decide to take part in buying. That is, enough people decide to prepare for the July promo. If they are doing that, the price of JoyG will really go up. And the intent of what admin is doing is to see that the JoyG price goes up, so that when he decides to pay bounties, that it wouldn't go so down that it will discourage members of the community. So he's employing each and every one of us to try and build fast, because your downlines, their expiry dates will not matter. So we want to see that these people are brought to a minimum level. And they also, some of them may even be watching my broadcast to see what's going on in the community. But then it's up to them to decide how to go about it. If they choose to make things difficult for us, well, that will be for a short time, because based on what the admin has put out, the plan, they won't have so much effect on us in the next 2 or 3 months. And shortly, they will all disappear. And the bulk of the people in the community will be having coins like this. They'll be having coins like this. It's loading actually. They will have very little coins. That's the point. Now, let me go to the last page. In the next 6 months from now, you'll see that the bulk of the people in the community will have this amount of coins. And this could be as much as $5,000, 0.21. It could be as much as $6,000. That's how it's going to be. So as we go higher, people will be able to afford less and less of it. But that means, in fact, it's going to be a way people will save their money. Inflation is becoming another thing. And just by keeping your money in JoyG, even though you are not a builder, the value will keep appreciating, because the builders are working for you, and you see the value going up. Even though someone sells, in a matter of seconds or minutes, it will recover. So people will just put their money there, because people are looking for where to keep their money. Some put it in gold to maintain its purchasing power. But JoyG, it's not going to maintain your purchasing power. It would push your purchasing power. So there'll be a lot of people that will be saving their money in JoyG very soon. A lot of things are going to unfold over time. So what I'm actually trying to point out here is that this is a temporary situation, and we're going to come out of it beginning from next month, the month of June. Okay, so on that said, let's now go to the main thing the administration was talking about. And then with that, I'll talk about it. That's the real meat. the real juice of the community, the main thing. If some of us will say, we Nigerians will refer to them as the real cocoa, the real content of the community. So stay with me. Let's go there. And then with that, we call the meeting to a close. I hope you are enjoying the meeting. Please, if you're tuning into my broadcast, give me a thumbs up, give me a like, and then subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet subscribed, so that anytime I'm live, click on the notification bell so that anytime I'm live, you can get the notifications. I'm sold out to the community. I'm sold out to see that the community succeeds. And I can say that my success is tied to the success of the community. I know that the community will succeed. I will do the best I can, and I will also succeed, because a positive mind creates, a negative mind destroys. So let's have the positive mind, okay? So let's now move into details. July promo is all about growth and retention. So let's move into the details. Now, I like the fact that the admin said growth, because we are now going to grow. And only the serious can come along. Only the serious. If you are not the serious, if you are giving to what's in it for me, let me tell you something. Okay? The juice is hidden in the working. Those that are construction workers, I'm an engineer, okay? And those who are in construction, it looks like a dirty job. But guess what? It's while you are working, you begin to see opportunities to make money. Yeah, there could be rubbles. There could be worn out reinforcement rods. And then you could sell off some of those things. There are a whole lot of things to sell to people in the process of the building. And then you can make so much money in the process. You know, every opportunity, every profession has their peculiarities. And then in this Simply Brilliant community, the builders will begin to see wonderful opportunities as they build. The main thing to take note of is every blessed month you have more bounty. And like I said, you could get to $500 over time, then you get to 1,000 over time, you get to 2,000 over time, you get to 5,000, and now I'm talking of on a monthly basis. And you get to 10,000 over time. And when you're having $10,000 monthly, I'm sure your downlines should have grown to about 150, 200, you know. And the goal of the admin is, once we hit 1 million active members, with the help of the builders, he will open up the equal match so that the builders, the core team, not the builders, the core team and the backup team. Now, the core team and backup team are inclusive of those that are investors and builders, those who can hold. You know, if you can hold, we don't know when it will happen, but we are anticipating that if we have enough builders and we are able to build fast enough, we can get this community to 1 million members before the end of the year. And then whenever that happens, you can begin to enjoy your equal match. So if you are a, what do you call them? An investor kind of person, I think a yearly subscription should be okay for you. If you are able to, now, there are no guarantees. Don't quote me for it, okay? Because a lot can happen. A lot can happen. A whole lot of unprecedented events can happen. But then, if you choose to be a builder, then you can keep building. The system will support you to keep running. If you want to be an investor, then preferably 1 year. Hopefully, in the next 1 year, the builders has built the community to a substantial level and has also created similar builders like themselves. And then at that point, you can start enjoying your match. So remember, don't quote me for it. Don't say Augustine said pay 1 year. And then 1 year from now, maybe we haven't gotten there. I know that we would have gotten there. But then I want you to know that if you want to be a builder, build. You want to be an investor, invest big. Okay? And if we follow the mathematics laid out by the administration, both parties will go home smiling. All right, so let's read. This is the notice for the July 2023 promo. First, we need to define what an old versus new member is. An old member is someone that joined us before June 1st. because we are about to launch into the July promo. A new member is someone that joined us on June 1st or after. After means June 2nd, June 3rd, June 4th, June 10th, whatsoever. That's a new member. And a new member only becomes you once you are a new member in the month of June and you enter into the month of July, you are no more a new member. You are now an old member. I want you to take note of it. So new members are in direct proportion to monthly basis. So after the month of June, you become an old member because the requirement that will play out for you in the month of July, if you joined us in the month of July, is 2 for the month of July. If you joined us in the month of June and you didn't bring anybody at all in the month of June and the whole of July goes and you enter August, remember, a new member that joined us June just maintains his subscription fee until he enters the month of August. You should know that by then you need extra 2. So it means 4. So, I mean, it's a train. It's a train that is in the train station doing pom pom. It's about to take off. And if you miss it, it gets a bit more difficult to join the Builders Forum. I said it and I'm saying it again that the juice is inside the Builders Forum. You wouldn't see it from the physical. You won't see it from outside. You can only see it when you come in. Well, it's up to you. Let's continue. Good news. The expiration dates of your qualifying personal referrals don't matter. This change will encourage recruiting efforts all months long and not just at the beginning of each month. So this is self-explanatory. So it means that if you've made your subscription fee on behalf of your downlines, the account will not expire. There is no expiry date. So whoever it is that has downlines and they are in this game, for retention sake, you should enjoy these benefits. All right, so qualification to collect $5 a day. Old members need to have 4 new active personal referrals that joined us June 1st or after. Now, I want you to take note of this. Some of us are really asking questions. Now, let me use myself as an example. I'm enjoying the June promo. I was able to get my 2 active downlines on the 31st of May last month. And when I registered them, the account was expiring by July 3rd. Okay? And for the fact that I am enjoying the June promo, it means that I am carrying my new members along. I will also enjoy the July promo because I'm making plans to see that soon I'll have my new 2. I've already gotten 1, remaining 1 more, and I'll get them between now and tomorrow. Yeah, I will. Okay, good. So what I'm actually driving at here is that I enjoyed the June promo and I will also enjoy the July promo because the people who I brought in for the month of June qualified me to enjoy it. So the idea of June 1st, 2023 or after is, it doesn't mean that if you came in and brought your downlines at the last month of the May, you will not benefit. Some people are saying, does it mean that I'll have to go and bring in another new person because the admin says June 1st? Well, the answer is no. Provided you enjoy the June promo. I've enjoyed this June promo from the 1st of June, and then I will enjoy it to 30th of June. Now, take note of that. So the condition for the June promo is that your 2 downlines should expire by June 1st or consequent months. And my downline was supposed to expire by July 3rd. So that made the downline qualified, and I'm a yearly subscriber. So that also makes me qualified. So I don't need to look for another 2. I already have 2. I just need 2 extra, which I'm also working on. And those 2 extra that I'm working on, I'll get them very soon. And I'll pay for them as well because they give me money and I use the one that I have to pay. Or depending on the value of JOEG. I can get it, swap it to BNB and pay for them, not with my $5 account, with a different account. So the idea that the administration is saying old members need to have 4 new active personal referrals that joined us. So I would only need 2 new members in my case. So they are joining in the month of June, maybe 20 something, because we're in 20 something, so that they benefit from July. But then for old members that don't have anybody, remember old members, what are the conditions for old members? Old members are people that has been in the community from the month of May upwards. So those that came in April, those that came in May, those that came in February, those that came in December, those that came in January, those are old members. If you're an old member, you've not gotten anybody, I advise that you get. Because if you miss the month of July, then in the month of August, you would need how many people? 6. Will you be able to get them by then? I don't know. But take note of this. For those who are the builders, all you need to do is, provided you've enjoyed this month of June. If you didn't enjoy the month of June, then go and get 4 people. If you've enjoyed the month of June, all you need is 2 people as an old member. But as a new member, you came in, you need 2 people. And the new members that is being referred to are those that joined us June. Refer to the blog. The blog is self-explanatory. Let's continue. Now, the expiry date of these referrals does not matter as mentioned in the good news. But all 4 must remain active. And you must, or you must replace them. So it's going to be about what you call relationship. The admin is saying retention matters. Now, there are 2 kinds of relationships that will play out. The first relationship that will play out is you and your downline. Your downline may not have money to pay, immediately. If you have, support your downline. Under the agreement that within a calendar month, the downline will pay back. You guys have to cooperate. If you can't cooperate and you want it to be stereotyped, you will lose. And if your downline falls off, you stop getting the $5. So there should be a cooperation, a very, very amicable and reasonable cooperation between you and your downlines, because you wouldn't just stop at 4. You would get 6, you get 8, you get 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 28, and then 30, and it continues. That's the whole idea. The admin said it in one of the mass adoption meetings that he wants to build using the builders until we're 1 billion. But you should picture a time where you've built 100 downlines, 200 downlines. What will your bounty look like? I want you guys to just sit down and reason. Well, you have to work it out. And guess what? The admin has a whole lot of juices for the builders. Only, no other person, just the builders. And if we builders build well, we can enjoy our equal match, maybe by the end of the year or as early as next year. Let's continue. New members need to have 2 new active personal referrals that joined us June 1st or after. The good news applies. So it means new members coming in, they will have an account that doesn't expire. So there will be 2 categories. Investors will have an expiry date. Builders will not have an expiry date. So if your upline is a builder, then it means you too should be motivated to build. Yeah, it should also be a motivating factor. But if you are not doing that, well, I don't know. Remember, there must be an amicable agreement between you and your downline. Because I can picture that as people come together, challenges also come. So you are not just going to be a builder. You must have human relationship. You must be a project manager. And a project manager manages human beings. That's a project manager. A humanitarian-minded project manager. Because who are you dealing with? You're not dealing with, anything. You are dealing with human beings. So be a leader. Be the captain over your ship. Yeah, I hope you understand. All right, so this information has been given before. The 7-day penalty Of course, those of us who are studious, 7 day penalty of not receiving $5 payment each time any part of a Joy G coin is moved by any means to an address other than this. So now there is something I also want to talk about, which I want us to pay attention to. Now we'll be tracking every transaction of Joy G block on the Joy G blockchain, and any transaction not going to the SBC admin Joy G wallet address will be looked at to see if it came from a qualified May, June, July promo receiving wallet address. And if so, the 7 day penalty will be enforced. There will be no exceptions to this rule. Now, what does this mean? Some people said, some people are asking, does it mean that there was a time the admin said we should move our coins to another wallet? That was earlier on last month. Now, does it mean that when we moved it to the other wallet, that one will also be looked into? The answer is no. If you have a wallet and that wallet has received $5 from the system before, that's the wallet that will be looked into. The admin is not against people storing up their money in Joy G. Obviously, people will do it as a means of survival very soon. As inflation becomes so obvious and it's skyrocketing and it's going above the roof, people will discover Joy G. Definitely they will. People will discover our community. Our community will soon explode. It will just take a short while. And I'm referring to less than a year from now. Okay, so if you've used a different wallet in the month of May from that of June, and you intend using a different wallet in the month of July, all of them will be under surveillance by the system. And if you choose to do anyhow, use it as you wish, the system will suspend you for 7 days. All right. So admin said in his broadcast or his mass adoption meeting yesterday that a good number of people are catching up with the idea of a suspension of 7 days. And they are now being more careful so that they don't fall into that condition or exceptional condition, because it's not supposed to be. So I will refer to it as a punishment condition for a 7 day period. All right, that has been said and it's clear. Do you want to start collecting $5 a day starting on the first day of July? Then get qualified. Yeah, I'm also going to be. There will be something different this time about the $5. There is going to be positive buy pressure from next month. It's going to be very, very positive. And because of that, Joy G will really go up. So I dare to say that if it goes as planned, then the administration can start releasing money for the buyback. The moment the price of Joy G gets to 3,500, 4,000, then he will revisit that agenda. And remember, he will pay only the builders. He's not paying any other person. The investors, of course, every investor has this entitlement mindset. It's my money. Yeah, I know it's your money, but it's no more your money after you put it inside the system. It now belongs to the system. So anything that affects one affects all. We are now one body. When you have an injury in your hand, the whole body feels it. So if you are having the mentality that if I get my money, I would swap it out, then I'll cash out. If that's your orientation, you may need to hold on for a while until the majority of people paying the subscription fee are more than the minority withdrawing. That's when the admin can release those funds, and it will be done over time. So the whole idea is patience. The whole idea is build. The whole idea is build. Now, this is it. If you are not a builder, please respect and honor the efforts of our builders. They will make the match offer real. So it's the builders that will make the equal match value, which is going to be double this month and quadruple December, especially those on the core team and backup. No rotator team receiving anything. And because there are no rotator team, does not make the double match and the quadruple match invalid. All of us will enjoy if we don't fall out. Okay? And you also have to be very careful, because to whom more is given, more is expected. If you are going to receive the double, you have to be very responsible. It will be a shame if you fall off. Yeah, it will be a shame. And I think the admin will also talk about it in our consequent meetings. If you are receiving the equal match and then double, and you fall off between now and December, it will be a shame, you know. And I really wonder if you would keep what you are holding and fall into the rotator 23 team to receive it 1 year later. I really wonder how realistic that will be. Well, I think the administration will throw more light. So I have expressed my mind. I have expressed the summary of the mass adoption meeting for yesterday. So on this note, I want to now move to the question and answer section. If there are people who are here who wants to ask your questions, do well to ask. Wonderful. It's already 55 minutes. Hello, Augustine, Ambassador Augustine. Thank you for your good work. You're welcome. Good morning, dear Augustine. God bless you. You're welcome. Good morning, Ambassador. Thanks for the good job. Your positive mind is always my strength. Keep it up. God is your strength. Augustine is just being himself. Good morning, brother. Thank you for a very good job. Thank you very much. Good morning, sir. It appears everyone is just expressing their mind by greeting. And greetings back to all of you. Thanks for the good man standing tall. Who is the good man standing tall? Please tell me. I don't know who he is. All right, so I don't think there's anyone that is asking questions. It looks like the informations given were crystal clear, right? Yes, I think they are crystal clear. So I'll be coming your way again some other time. I don't know when. I don't know when I'll be coming your way again, but it's most likely going to be on Tuesday. So this will be all for now. And if you're tuning into my broadcast, do well to like, share. If you are interested in our community and you want to get pretty informed, I think my channel will do a good job in getting you properly informed. Okay, so thank you so much for those who have stayed, have listened, and has made comments or will make comments. I'll be coming your way again some other time. God bless you, and bye for now.